How are we going, everyone? Come along. I want to show you something. Come on. This is our little private gardens. Well, I call them private because they're surrounded by hedging. This is a bit more protected than the open area, and this is my little chili patch that I have. I've got stevia growing, and this is, I just want to share this one with you. It's taken 2 years to come back to life. My capsicum plant, or chili there, Bishop's Crown, just sprouted up again. It's doing really well, considering we had some seriously cold weather in winter, so it overwintered. I lost the other two. That one survived. Just persistence and perseverance. And all the other chilies there, they're all starting to fruit. There's one there fruiting really well. This is the Trinidad Scorpion that we've got here. It hasn't flowered yet or fruited, so the weather hasn't been warm enough, but this little beauty here has lost its mind. What have we got here? This one's called RG or RE Omnicolor, and you can see what it means by that, but it's not only that colour there. We've got a yellow one here, and down here below is a red one. There. I haven't had one yet. What's the rating on this? It doesn't have a rating on it. Just watch my face. That's okay so far. It's actually sweet. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, no. Oh, all right. Oh, okay, 1 second. It's the last one I'm tasting today. Well, that's got some bite in it, folks. Oh, yeah. What do we got over here? Oh, give me a sec. That's going to clear the throat because I've had a bit of a sore throat lately, so I'm feeling a lot better already. We've got the Trinidad Mariga Scorpion. So another scorpion, Trinidad. Again, this one hasn't flowered or fruited. And over here in this corner here, now I reckon some of you people out there who love your chilies would have some of these already growing and thinking I'm a bit of a wuss. Well, I'll let you know. I spent the last 20 years tasting chilies all around Australia, and I think I've had one too many chilies in my time. But I'm going to grow them because I love them. And this one's called Hot Burrito. Now, I love this one because I had this in a tea. This is a great recipe for you. If you've got a bit of a sore throat now that we're going into the cooler months of the year, get some oregano, preferably the Greek oregano like the stuff I've got here, a handful of that. One of these chilies, boil it up in a cup of water, it's 200 to 500 mils of water, and let it cool down, leave it all in it, put a teaspoon or a tablespoon of honey and drink it or sip it slowly. It'll clear all your sinuses and clear your throat as well. That's a little recipe for you to have. Now I've got another 4 or 5 going in here, but we'll do a chili taste testing another time. For now, let's go and check out that. Wow, that's huge. This is my little patch of cucumbers, and they've really finished at the moment. There's not much left going on, but it's all about harvesting seed, folks. Now, I've been doing my big malakas, and a lot of you had the opportunity to buy some. We've only got a few left on our website. If you don't get your seeds in the next couple of weeks, we're going to run out. There won't be anything left for the rest of the year. So if you're really keen on growing some of those big tomatoes and even entering our big Malacca tomato competition as we had this year, or yeah, was it this year actually, for next year's comp, you've got to get yourself some seeds because you ain't going to grow anything bigger than that. 1.2 is actually 2.4 kilos the biggest. Now what I've got here, and it's all about harvesting seed, it's a cucumber. Now this is a patio cucumber that we have on our website as well. And I've left 3 cucumbers, for you guys, so we can harvest the seed and pass them on to the next generation. This is what you wanted to get to. You pick the largest and the most healthiest looking fruit or vegetable on your plant that you leave on there to ripen to its fullest capacity. Now, cucumbers turn green, obviously, when they're ripe for harvesting. Well, if you want to let them ripe completely, they'll go yellow, as it has here. Oh, it's fallen nearly. Wait, this weighs at least 500 grams. So that is the yellow stage, and this is the full ripe stage. I can leave this on until the plant wilts completely, but at this point on, from this stage on, it's okay to harvest. Now, once you do harvest it, you leave it aside for another week, 2 weeks, for it just to soften up a bit. And that's where the actual fruit or the seed inside the fruit starts to mature properly and takes on all the pop and juices. And then you cut it open and you spread it out. Now, when you do spread it out, if you've got too much pulp in it, I'm going to take this one off because it's ready for harvesting. Oh no! See what I have to sacrifice to help you? Now, this isn't quite ready, folks. Well, it is, but it could be like that. This is, I'm so sad now. Never mind. This is what happens. This is the seed that I'm going to collect from you, or the fruit that I'm going to collect the seed off. We're going to cut it open, take out all the seed inside, spread it out, or maybe run it under some running water if it's too pulpy, to take off some of the excess pulp. And that's the same thing as you do with your tomato plants and other varieties that you harvest if they've got a bit of pulp on them. Now the pulp itself is a protection. It's a silicon layer on the outside of the seed to protect it from rotting and disease attacking it. So don't wash it off completely. It's ideal to leave some on there too, and it will do no harm whatsoever to the seed, but rather creates a shield of armor on it. Otherwise they have to be dusted with a fungicide and other things like that to protect the seed. In the case of your own harvest, cut it open, pull out the seed, run it under a little bit of water to take off the excess pulp, not all of it, then put it on some paper or baking paper ideally so it doesn't stick to the paper towel. And once it's dried, scrape it all up and store it in a nice dry jar away from direct sunlight. And that's what you can do with all your vegetables. Even your flowering plants like the basil here, this one's gone to seed already, so I haven't bothered with it. Normally you would cut the basil flowers off so that you can get extra foliage on it, but because I've got plenty of basil around, I'm okay with that. So if you've been growing some great vegetables in your garden and enjoying the produce from them, and flowering plants and even fruit, start harvesting your own seeds if you can, if they're the varieties that you can harvest from, like cucumbers, tomatoes, capsicums and the like, zucchinis as well. And I'll leave you with this. One blackjack zucchini coming right up. In actual fact, we've got 3 or 4 that we're going to harvest as well. And that's what you've got to do. Let them grow to the fullest capacity and mature so that when you do collect the seed, it's completely ripe and ready to be stored away and for planting another season for the following year. Now, folks, get your black grit into it as well, because this is the secret to growing big, juicy, healthy, tasty, and full colour fruit, vegetables and flowers. Sprinkle it around, especially now with the rain that we've been having lately. It's the best way to get the black grit into the soil, the calcium nitrate, silicate and phosphate, which will grow bigger, strong and healthy flowers, fruit and vegetables. It's on our website, vasilisgarden.com. It's a 50% off this weekend only. Check it all out, and the coupon code is GARLIC. From me, Vasily Maresi, vasilisgarden.com.